this is just another print, another nice, clean, perfect print coming to an end here. Basically, this is another part. It's sort of, I guess, considered like the cross beam for the puzzle that I'm making, and I will show you where that goes as soon as the print finishes. Basically, it shows here about 3 minutes left. So you can see here again, as usual, there's no brim, no brim required. Most of the time, brim's mostly used on something where the part touching the plate itself is small and requires maybe a bigger footprint. In this particular case, a brim's not required because it's a huge footprint. Some people use a brim in order to hold the model to the table, and then they crank up the heat and all that. Well, basically, I found a way to do it without using any heat to the table at all. No brim required, no raft, no messy glue stick or anything like that. So I've developed a way that none of that is required. You can see here there's it's flat to the table, no curling on the corners or anything like that. Many users have that issue where their print's not sticking to the bed and they smear glue all over the place, or they tape it down, or whatever they do to make it work. But in this particular case, I've come up with this particular way to print. It's not so much the print itself, it's the setup. This is the particular setup I use all the time. It always works, always will, and it always has. So I just repeat the same process over and over. Again, you can see here my printer setup is the original plastic extruder, the Bowden delivery system, no direct drive, no electronic gizmo for leveling here on the side, because I, of course, use the simple old-school tramming tool. This is simple and quick, and it's very reliable because I know how to do it, and I know how to do it well, so that the issue with tramming is never an issue for me. Again, I never heat the bed, never needed to, because I do it in this particular fashion. So I'm going to show you here what this is used for. I'm going to put the camera down here. I have a little base, a little stand on it here, a little base. I'll put this down here. But this is what we printed earlier. You saw the earlier videos. This is the main board. This is the, I guess, the holder for this maze. I also 3D printed the maze. We'll look on the back. I did a knob and a connector. This piece is glued to the maze itself. This piece will be glued down. This is a spacer that I added here. So when this is sitting there and glued, it clears the area that it's supposed to be. So that knob on the back is used to turn that. The piece up here, that piece that I just finished printing there, is going to actually be placed across here. Okay, so it'll be moving up and down. It'll have the ability to be moved up and back, forward and back on top here. So that's what I'm going to do next. I'm going to go ahead and get that on here and see what kind of effort that takes, and I'll show you what it does when I'm done. All right. So happy printing.